Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you join us from across Europe. My name is Jamal Kamara. Tonight we got in the studio, full house. We'll be coming to you. Take a quick musical break. I will bring you a couple of good news tonight. We'll be talking about the how filter is Morovia. That's the topic we'll be looking at tonight, as well as Liberian energy crisis, and not forgetting the Liberian border crisis lingering on. So we will be want you to join us. Starting about Pogoed Up will come to you. We'll take a quick musical break, and my colleagues will be telling who they are and where they're coming from. Once again, stay with us. Please share the show.
Clappy ENT, baby. Give me that, give me that. To my baby. Boy, give me that, give me that. We get swagger, we get dresser, we get Scooby-Doo. We get Casabonne like Jackie Foam. We get Palopo, we get Slick when we get BBQ. If you say you grown up, I say I grown up too. Boy, anything like open while I fly can die inside. So Jebby there, you Jebby talking plenty. If you feel you're not enough, then you want photo copy. Boy, you and your grown up man, it can make me scary. Lying for ya, boy, lying for ya. If you feel you more than me, then lying for ya. Lying for ya, boy, lying for ya. If you feel you too much chronic, lying for ya. Lying for ya, boy, lying for ya. If you feel you more than me, then lying for ya. Lying for ya, boy, lying for ya. If you feel you too much chronic, lying for ya. When Grona Messi, Grona make it high. Look at Johnny Pikin, one can issue on my fly. Y'all tell us some of back into my myself. Let them know they real casa on the block. Because you came to go, you will see them all around you just to eat your suso. You see tell like Camo play, you tell like Lulu. Even if your phone not on, they blowing fire for you. Tawa and I'm making you so lazy. I love live my life, I ain't get no Oma and Pape. Boy, anything like open while I fly can die inside. So Jebby there, you Jebby talking plenty. If you feel you're not enough, then you want photo copy. Boy, you and your grown up man, it can make me scary. Lying for ya, boy, lying for ya. If you feel you more than me, then lying for ya. Lying for ya, boy, lying for ya. If you feel you too much chronic, lying for ya. Lying for ya, boy, lying for ya. If you feel you more than me, then lying for ya. Lying for ya, boy, lying for ya. If you feel you too much chronic, lying for ya. See your body since I see you. Boy, give me that, give me that.
One second. Once again, want to welcome you back to the Bottomline Liberia. Jamal Kamara is my name. A guy with me tonight across Europe. That's I got all my colleagues here tonight. I got Francis. He's here. He will tell where he's coming from, where he lives right now. And I'll go across and say, welcome, gentlemen. Welcome to the Bottomline once again. And welcome. I'll start with Francis. Francis, tell us where you joining us from live.
Hey, Jamil, it's good to see you after a while, and hi to the fellow panelists. I'm streaming live from Stockholm, Sweden, in Studio 4. And no, it's good to see you guys, and hi to our listening audience.
Okay. Right. We also got guys who go across. We want to talk about what to let you know that we got guys joining us from Scandinavia. So we'll go to people from the Scandinavia before we come to Milan, Europe. So I know I don't want to call names. So tell me the other guy, where you coming from? And then Lim for you in the Norway, yeah? Correct.
Yes, I'm in Norway, and everything's okay. We are here tonight to give you the information that we have, some of which you are aware of already, but we just taking it from different angles. So we brought you to Civil Force Tight, and you can also participate by commenting. Thanks for having me on the show tonight.
Okay. The law himself.
Well, good evening, gentlemen. This is the Lord Chilopy, friend of King Charles, who live in London. Just want to say good evening to everyone, and I'm happy to be among you guys today, and also happy to be in paradise, to be among the living. Gentlemen, I think we're going to have a great discussion tonight.
Thank you very much. We want to welcome wherever you join us from. We want to welcome you to the Born Liberia. My name is Jamal Kamara, coming to you live from the city of Manchester. We'll be discussing three main topics tonight. We'll be looking at some might say Morovia is filthy. How filthy is Morovia? What are the conditions? How can we help solve the issues in Morovia? And I'll be looking at the Liberian Morovia and the Liberian energy crisis. What happened? 9 months of stable electricity. What happened? They slumped. Everything went nose diving. What could be the problems? We want to know the underlying factors. We'll be looking at the continued problem of Liberian Guinean border from our own perspective. How do you see it? When these things continue, we don't want to go silent. We want to stay talk about it from our own angle. If you also have a comment, please join us. Share what you have for us. But in the meantime, I'll go to my good friend. Good thing that before I go, I like to drag that. They only pull their legs here. I'm the only person that don't support Arsenal, and Arsenal have been one of the biggest game tonight. So I think I got Francis, Linford, and also Paul. They are all strong Arsenal supporters. I just want to ask them, what do you think tonight going to be like? Arsenal going for us. I mean, they are out of UK right now. They're going to go for one of the biggest cups tonight. They were at semi-final, and they also have the Premier League on hand. 3 more games to go. 76 points ahead. 6 points ahead of Man City. Guys, just 1 minute each. What do you think will be the result?
4 points. We have someone.
Okay, just give me a perspective tonight game and what you think will Premier League will be like the end of Premier League. Would you going to take the cup here in the UK, and what do you look like in Europe as well? I know you guys are diehard supporter of Arsenal, so I just want to get 1 minute each.
Well, the thing is, it's written in stone that Arsenal will win the Premier League this year. And when you are being blessed by the Almighty, there's no one taking away from you. So the 3 games remaining, Arsenal definitely going to win those 3 games. And it's possible also that they win the Champions League. So we are very excited at the moment, the way things are. Arsenal is playing tonight. If they win, they might be going to the final of the Champions League as well. So for the Premier League, I think it's Arsenal year. Okay. Thank you.
Look, for the fact, I'm not an Arsenal fan, so Jamel, please.
My apology. I thought you are a sympathizer to Arsenal.
Not at all. I'm a Man United fan.
Manchester, they see.
That means he's trying to.
We have qualified for the Champions League, for such a long time. And we see that there's a sign of the resuscitation of United. So, come 2027, I think the cup is going to well, I don't want to repeat of the Manchester City, make the league look so redundant, so lazy.
Okay.
Arsenal went for one. Before I just let that return over to you guys. Without saying that the Premier League table is very heavy. Arsenal always taking it from the beginning of the league. Then last year, 2 years ago, they took a heavy table. There's 7 teams on that table, not easy weight, but so this time I need that I carry it.
Let me hear you. The thing that happened 2 nights ago, I was not here when Mr. Cummings, the political leader of ANC, was here. He's an Arsenal fan, and they were asking him, he was giving the supporters and fans assurance that they're going to win. I'm like, okay, let's see what's going to happen. But anyway, I'll give you Lever the chance to tell you. Lever, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think Arsenal position tonight?
Well, Arsenal is surely going to win this game. The last game with Atletico, we should have won them, but we had a penalty that the referee just decided not to give. So at least we had to. We should have won with 2 penalties, but he gave one and then we drew 1-1. But tonight game is going to be special. And my only regret is I will not watch it on the big screen at my house. So, but anyway, the most important thing is the result. Then when I hear Manchester people talking, that I'm surprised that Manchester draw or win. Then they dance. I mean, you mean man, you are going this bad? You mean man, you are going this bad that when they win one game, they celebrate all over the place? Man, you guys need to do better. But anyway, Mercedes still have few games to play, and they drew their first game yesterday. So that gave us hope because where they are now, where Arsenal and Mercedes are, nobody's supposed to draw game. You go for win. So if they can draw with Brenton yesterday, was it? I call it Brenton. I call your team.
Brenton.
So Brenton.
Yeah.
So since they drew yesterday, I hope God will be play Everton as well. I hope that one of those games will be Mercedes or they'll draw one more game. So, but
people think of Everton, you got it over team.
No, I say Everton.
Mr. Dollar, what do you think?
Let's flow.
Mr. Dollar, no, this is, guys, if you and I are big supporters of football, more especially, we sorry that in Europe, football is a religion. I know in Africa, you followed your big teams in Europe. So we a little bit discuss and see, just have fun of it. And we got too many supporters across Africa. They are all Arsenal supporters. And we know that most of our top guys are Arsenal supporters. But however, we need to give them the chance
Even
to
the president.
President where? Liberia?
President Walker, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we want to get a chance to tell her what do you think about. Anyway, Mr. Dollar, what do you think? So we'll go straight to the meat of the.
He told Arsenal people he called them.
Who did?
That's what the president said. He said he called Arsenal.
Okay. All right. And what do you think tonight? Just 1 minute. What do you think tonight a game will be like?
No, Arsenal is just a noise maker. That's
what okay. All right. Then, thank you very much. Want to once again welcome you to the Bottomline Liberia. My name is Jamal. We'll be discussing 3-minute topic tonight. We'll be looking at the filthiness of Monrovia. Why Monrovia is so filthy, sanitation issue, and also be looking at who is responsible. Is it the people, the government, or the international companies that are giving the job to do it? And also looking at the Liberian energy crisis, LEC, 9 months energy supply, but now it's slumped. What happened? We'll be looking at the continual controversy between Guinea and Liberia of the Liberian border. We'll go straight to Paul. Paul, tell her what you got for us tonight.
Well, we'll be looking at the LEC crisis in Liberia, the electricity situation in Liberia. We'll also, let me see if I can pull this off our audience. We want our audience to comment on this. We'll be looking at this. Why is it the capital city of Liberia, Monrovia, is so filthy? We'll be looking at that tonight. We'll also be looking at the electricity situation in Liberia. Remember, when the government came to power, they were jubilating. There were this propaganda that were going around that they have rescued the country on electricity, but then how come we're going back to the same electricity failure? And we're going to end this with the Liberia Guinea border dispute. Something is not right. Is it historical injustice or leadership failure? So we'll be diving in. Those are the 3 topics we have for tonight. Gentlemen, I think we're going to have a great discussion. Jamal?
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for the 3-minute topic. So we will go straight to the topic. We'll look at the filthiness of Monrovia. I want to go straight to one of you could pick it up. Why Monrovia is so filthy? I mean, we look at the issues that the ex-president, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Madam Ellen says, talk about it. The first question, Monrovia is filthy. We have sanitation issue, sanitation problem, is the hygiene problem, and market women's common Liberian. The locals are complaining about the filthiness of Monrovia. The question is, who is responsible? Because we remember some years, a year and a half ago, there were some 14, 16 companies vying for the contract to do waste management in Liberia. Some were thinking about turning the waste into electricity. There were 5, vying for those the contract. I think it was about 200 some odd million worth of contract in Monrovia. It was all over. We even spoke about it here. I think I remember Zoom Line was one of those kind of these other companies were vying for the contract in Monrovia to claim Monrovia, and up to present, it's about almost a year and a half. We never heard anything yet, and we don't know what's responsible. So I mean, we don't know. We want to say, guys, let's look at it first, the health side of this sanitation issue. I mean, health, the filthiness of Monrovia. I'll go first to Francis. I know we don't have any information regarding to what is the decision of the government or who is responsible. Why is it that this contract is not being awarded, or what's happening so far? What's told the whole issue? But Francis, I want you to tell me about what are you looking at from the health side of this place being filled. Take consider Monrovia, the population, and what do you think? And now then we'll go around.
No, but frankly, again, look, Jamal, it poses health hazard to the community, and I did, my second master's degree. I was doing sustainable development, and I got a couple of courses left just to complete it. Waste
Mm,
management is a serious cost intensive exercise.
mm,
It's a big contrast, a big difference between clean up campaign
mm,
where you collect it there, you found somewhere to dispose of it. But it's a process, for the collection of that, where you go dispose of it, and then the garbage you turn it into renewable energy or something else, to fertilizer or whatever it is. But that is
mm,
lacking. Liberia, moreover, is old.
mm,
Uh, countries around the world make a country around the world, a company around it make millions, billions of dollars from waste management. But again, the structure that we have in Liberia cannot accommodate that. Especially specifically with the marketers. I mean, they will collect the markets and trade on the street, and I think they have more MCC going around to collect it, but they don't have the capacity. I think that one time that was it during Eddie's administration that they built something in what called Town and
yeah,
something around just after the Stockholm Creek Breach. If you go
yeah,
towards the Somalia Drive, well, you're right. No, yeah.
yeah. I'll kind of got information on that here.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how is some technical problem on the screen.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, go on.
Yeah,
I don't know.
so
Mhm,
uh, basically, as a result of that, the city is overwhelmed. The management of MCC cannot do anything much. They don't have the capacity. They don't have the finance, and outsourcing those sensitive issues. I mean, projects. It may look simple, but everything doesn't have to be politics. I mean, I would just close by saying that, look, hey, these kind of positions, I mean, have an elections for it that is enshrined in the constitution or the city ordinance. I think when the people get elected, to be more motivated to go out there, become more innovative, to go out there to source funds or city collaborations like that. But also, I mean, once you're not in the seat, I mean, it's easier to appraise and level criticism or so. But the city is just filthy. It just basically Monrovia, Broad Street, and then you go outside. Uh, I mean, it's appalling.
yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. I think we also will come back to you probably to give some. I'm gonna give you some background information, gentlemen. We have what happened. Monrovia produces 1,320 tons of waste every day. That's the information I'm getting right now. It has two transfer stations, Fiamma and Stoughton Creek. We were talking about. They call Wayne Town, and on the Somalia, that which is on the Somalia Drive, and which takes 350 tons. Cedar Street is another dumping area for West Point and Central Monrovia, overtaking 400 tons. So go back to your market alone and the surrounding accumulate about 200 tons. The rest are illegal dumping. So the they I know lane for I mean just Francis talk about it. Francis, we saw, I mean, go to lane for and Paul and Mr. Dolly. We saw companies are coming to Liberia last couple of months back, vying to put the money on the table to provide this waste management for our country. I mean, they were saying that we will give the money to you, we'll provide the money, we'll provide the money, we'll work together. You know, government came with the PPP, private public partnership, because the government didn't have money at the time. We want to help you to clean the city and turn this waste into energy. But up to present, we have not heard anything concerning these waste management. And the city is getting to a level that is getting a serious sanitational problem. Linford, what do you live around Maruva for a very long time? I don't know of any government talking about this. I don't know what is the present government doing about this sanitation problem with these waste all over the Maruva, more especially Central Street being the city where I mean, where the area where we witnessed over the years people legally dump it because they got nowhere to dump. What is the effect you think will have on the health and also on our country in terms of bringing investors?
Well, the first thing is that we got very poor garbage management system in Liberia. Uh, there is no sorting. They don't sort out what is garbage, what is food product, what should go where. So they dump even metal. They put metal, mix it with plastic bag, mix it with food product, mix it with anything, batteries, everything, car battery and all. You see, everything just makes all the garbage. So even when we talk about companies coming to manage the garbage and even turn it to other products, they will find it difficult at some point. Like here, and actually, it was in Europe that I came and saw garbage sorting, where even if you get one battery, you don't get to dispose of it in a nature. Okay. And if you're driving through Monrovia, right, you're going to see when the last time I was in Monrovia and walked around that district in November, but that was in 2016. Okay, and I was going across the bridge, from the Gabriel Togo Bridge. By the time I crossed the bridge, I saw the pile of garbage to the corner yard area, and I was confused. I thought, it was like mountain, so I thought it was mountain. Anybody who had not been to Monrovia before, if you get there, you think that mountain, but that's garbage. So, uh, it becomes very difficult to manage it. Sorry, I got interrupted. Or it becomes very difficult to manage. And you were speaking about companies that wanted to want to take. Oh God,
Yeah.
somebody
Go
call
on.
you. If you start the call, stay calling. Okay, yeah, but somebody can take over this call. It's important.
Now, okay, then I'll go straight to Mr. Dollar Paul. You can tell us what you think about what's going on with this waste management in Monrovia. Most of you guys, who two of you grew up, or I mean, kind of literally grew up in Monrovia, you know how the city looked like, overpopulated, and if you come to these kind of sanitation problems. So, what do you think the government should be doing right now?
Yeah, let me comment on this thing. It's a serious matter, to be honest. He got a lot of consequences for the public. One is when there's no proper sanitations, the health problem will increase. And right now, we don't have a suitable medical systems in our country where when somebody's sick, you can easily go and be treated. And it's a very difficult situation we have in our country. So basically, this particular issue is very, very serious. But one thing that I really, really know, since if you say, people will say you're trying to be cheeky, but no, it's not about being cheeky. It's a reality. Since we took over that country as a native boy, a native woman, our countries have continued to decline, decline, decline. Because how I can say this perfectly, that when we were young, during Tobo administration, Tokma did not do well, but Tobo were trying to put the country back on her feet. Even we had a truck on the street that was washing the street. We had a truck working for city corporation that was washing the street every single month. There was a strategic places where people need to go and put their garbage. And we also have people who were going from quarter to quarter to inspect area to see whether people area are not up to date in terms of cleaning. But when we take over, as a native men and women, we neglect some of the many systems. To run a viable and responsible government, you have to, the system must be superior to everybody. When people become superior to system, then the country will decline. That has here to be. You see, quite recently, as Jimmy just said, there were a couple of bona fide Liberians were running to take over the cleaning systems of the country. And what happened, what did not happen, maybe Unity Party need to tell the Liberian people why those people were not given the chance to do the work. So if I could recommend to the kind of city corporation, I could say this. First of all, the government need to find somewhere where they will dispose of the garbage. And they should try to, the equipment, there's equipment everywhere in the world these days. You can buy it. When you take the garbage there's an area where you can only take the plant. There's an area there where you can only take the cardboard. There's the only place there where you will take the mess, like a food or waste and stuff and things there. When these areas are established by every city of our country, we will be able to control this particular problem. Until then, to burn the garbage is not the best solution, to be very frank. So the government need to take some bold steps to do this. But how possible? When the government, he said, does not respect the rule of law system, government look at system as the enemies, because the system always catch the corrupt officials. So that's the reason why the government look at system to be enemy to them. So
okay, thank you, Mr. Dollar. We just want you to retain your question 3 minutes. It's okay now. I think we've discussed. I want to go to other round.
No, I will stop there. I think that's how I saw the situation. Irresponsible attitudes of our country.
Okay, gentlemen, can we restrict our discussion to 3 minutes each? We got 2 main topics to discuss, so we can able to go. The question now, let's do it this way. The problem, what do you think can be the solution from your own personal perspective? Mr. Dollar just gave Poet, I'll give it 3 minutes. Lord, truly, tell me, Liberia does not have the money. We don't know how to sort out those garbage. What can we do to solve this problem? We got companies coming in. We are vetting companies up to now. Nothing has happened. Now we have this garbage problem. It's not the government problem anymore. We think is something's not right. What do you think can be done?
Jamal, something we call innovation. And when you have leaders in a position that lack innovation, this is what you face with. You see, they say the mayor job is quite interesting because it's those sort of job that you can use it to generate your own revenue and do a lot. I live in London here. And before talking about London, I want to give example. When Mira Brewer was city mayor, she introduced something they call parking attendants in Monrovia that they were collecting money. So when you are innovative enough, you'll be able to generate money and find a land to dispose of these how they call it, garbage. What happened here? The city corporation, for some reason, they just lack innovation. And that's just basic innovation that they lack of. So what they could have done, or what they can do, there is such that been allocated for this rubbish. Now, what you could do, there's nowhere in Monrovia that they can dispose of this rubbish. So people would say, all right, we label streets. where every household will be able to pay maybe $1 or $5 or $10, and we'll have these people collecting the rubbish and taking it for disposal. Another thing that we could do, the rubbish can be turned into biomass. Anyone into renewable energy is also help to provide energy for the city. So all of these things just lack of innovation. If they want help, yeah, friends, yeah, I was in Sweden, and Sweden have this thing, one of the best how they call it, recycling plant in the world. All of those bottles and plastic things that they use around Monrovia turn into recycling. So I think it's just innovation that they lack of.
Okay. I'll go back to Linford. Linford didn't have the opportunity to finish it. Linford, just 2-3 minutes. Tell me what you
Well,
got interrupted.
not really much I have to say about in terms of the waste management. I think it's beyond the problem of the government right now. I mean, not
Okay.
the problem, but it's beyond the management of the government right now. Number one, there's someone rightly said we do not have anywhere in Monrovia that I can think of that people can or the government can dispose of this garbage. If it is the city corporation that is still managing it, but if there were companies that came, I think they should pay attention to those companies to be able to give them that contract to do it, because we all know government in Liberia, everything once a government property or government doing it, so my man, a government thing or did that thing, you know. So if we have somebody to hold accountable, that is a company that have signed contract to do it, and we know it's in their hand. If they fail to do it, then at least we can hold them. But as it is now, everybody is complaining. Okay, government doesn't want to take responsibility. When people condemn the garbage in the city, the people come after you, the government supporter come after you, so nobody cares. And the solution could be for them to outsource it to a group that can manage it. Then at least we know somebody is responsible. And that also has to go with all of government utilities, the water and sewer, the LEC that we'll be talking about later on, and all this kind of thing.
Right. That's good. Francis, I'll go back to you. You actually, you're students of development, science development, right? I guess I got it right. You do something with the urban development stuff. You
Yeah,
worked on it, right?
sustainable development kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
you studying now sustainable development. So basically, we will count on your expertise now to tell us, just put it in context. Government of Liberia has a challenge, no funding. Companies are aimed to help. And let's put the government on the side. Give me a product. If you're put in a position to advance the government with this sanitation issue, just tell us what will it look like for you? What you tell the government?
I mean, the multiplicity of problems, man. Look, first, Morovia is old. The sewer system is very old. It's outdated. It is archaic. We need to do a repiping. Structures need to be broken down if the need be. Uh, it requires a lot of logistics, a matter of fact, to have the city clean. They have these kind of portable recycle thing, but we don't have Liberia is not actually. The field is evolving all the time. They got some chemical that you can, if you don't want to do I call it renewable energy and kind of stuff, it helps to melt the the garbage. But again, there's a chemical effect on it as well. I mean, you got some. So what the government can do, if you want any proposition for me, is look, put some money in it along with the what you call it, the group that they have. I mean, that's one debate. It would be as you said, a public-private partnership. The government takes care of one aspect of the whole garbage disposal, chain, and then the private, the company take another aspect. So with that, they will sync. It will be a better flow, But again, it require a lot of logistics. I mean, you have to probably you have to have a field somewhere. The plunker when you have the old this how the poo place. That place is water sewer is overwhelmed. there's nothing more. It's so old. It's not laid out. That's the major problem having Monrovia. And it won't find when people are just go just 2 seconds. It's that look, people are not trained. They're not conditioned to know that these things should be, disposed here. In the UK, I mean, in the West, I mean, your 3-year-old son will know that, hey, and that's all to throw banana peel in the street. And, I need to find a garbage bin or even whom, you know what to do with it. But all the things can be worked out. But I mean, now with Moreover, it will take a longer time, but it's possible. So that's create a private partnership and divide the scope of work.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just to let you know, probably people who just following us may not know. I got this information that I should just pop in now. Companies that were on that list that were vying for the job to claim Monrovia, even Liberia in general. It was about 20 years contract. They were coming off of $200 million US project, and they were putting the money up front. Some companies were putting the money up front to do for Liberia. That I can tell you 150%. I'm sure of this. 200 millions for 20 years contract, PPP, public partnership with the government of Liberia. And they were like 16 companies. It came down to 4 companies. Came down to 2 companies. Zoom Lion and 1 other company was on the list. 2 companies to be for the to sign to endorse the contract, and that it came out 2 companies. What I also understand, one of the company funding was coming from Saudi Arabia or something. One was coming from Ghana. So the government of Liberia partners, representatives went to those 2 countries to visit the facility to see if they can take on, because we being victim of people coming to Liberia, lying to us. We know about the oil, the oil wells where somebody sold it to other for millions of dollars, and we said nothing in there. So we want to do due diligence. We went to Ghana and went to Saudi Arabia as well to find out whether these guys are capable to take on Monrovia waste management or Liberia in general. So when that happened, they came back. They've been visiting these 2 facilities. The job was, okay, who is qualified to get a job? Zoomline, I can't remember the other company name, but I think the other company, the funders were coming from Saudi Arabia. One was Zoomline in Ghana. And Liberians being top and front. And that was the last minute. These 2 companies were willing to put the money up front to manage our waste and turn it into something else. And up to present, we have nothing heard. So who is holding this contract? Who is holding this information? So this is the issue here. We have not heard anything. Nothing has happened. And Monrovia State Remit Filter is creating a health hazard issue with us.
Give me a point of information, please. Point of information. Those that left from the government to go to this country to access your information, do you know them?
Are you asking for a question or put the information? I thought you were giving me information.
What kind of information then you're asking?
Okay, question. This is my question. I want to know.
I don't need to have them. Those are information from inside. I can't disclose my source. What I'm telling you, I'm aware that Liberian government officials went to do 2 countries.
Who are the Liberian government officials? That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I'll tell you. Some came from Ministry of National Investment Commission. Some came from the environmental division of Liberia. That also came from the MCC and other. You just need to name them, but I'll tell you what agency group they came from. If you go into a visit those places, you have somebody from EPA. You got somebody from the MCC. You also have concerned authorities who visit. They went to those countries and they visited. I'm telling you, I can prove that to you. They went to those countries. They saw the facilities. They came back 2 companies. So the last thing was National Investment Commission was to give them the go ahead. One of the companies to go ahead to award the contract to one of the companies. 2 companies on the list. I know for sure Zoomline won the last company on the list. I can't remember the name of that company, but I know that the fund was coming from Saudi Arabia.
But there's
most of the information I'm giving you right now.
Zoomline have not been a good company before.
So that's not what we are discussing right now. We are discussing a company where giving the authority to do. Those are the 2 companies that were left on the vying list to manage our waste. So up to present, it was up to the National Investment Commission to award the contract or give the signature to the contract. And up to the present, nothing has happened. So Monrovia still remains filtered. So that's the question. That's the information. If you're listening to us or you're watching us, that's the information we have. And if you have any comment, if you have any information we don't know, please share with us. So, gentlemen, I want to go on to the next topic. Tonight we'll be looking at What?
Just before transition, Arsenal has one goal, so the yes goal.
I believe we had added this. Okay, that's good. Congratulations to Arsenal so far. So, gentlemen, we want to just we want to go back to the second topic tonight. Liberia.
That blessing coming from our political leader, because he vividly said that Arsenal going to be the winner.
Who is your political leader?
Oh, Alison Okumi.
Oh, okay. All right then. They want to go to Liberia energy power crisis. So, Paul, tell her what do you got for us? Now the question, guys, like Monrovia power, then plunge. We're gonna read here. May 2026 brought relief. Why are the lights back out? So basically, we'll give you, Paul, can you take it down? We'll go give some information, background information, go around what's going on with Liberia right now. It was somewhere around from we have this energy problem. Liberia has 3 main factors. We have heavy dependence on imported energy from outside for electricity. We've got Ivory Coast, Guinea supply, or we import energy from there. And we also have, there are 3 main factors or 4 main factors that have issues in Liberia. We depend heavily on imported energies from outside, Guinea, Ivory Coast. And also we are unpaid debt from neighboring countries. We don't pay our debt. We take energy from them, electricity from them, we don't pay. Regional grid disruptions. There are sometimes issues. We have issues that these electricity coming from these countries are disrupted. And we had the overstressed aging infrastructures in Liberia. Those are 4 key problems. But somebody on this platform may have some information. Gentlemen, I'll let you to take in. What do you think from sometimes 9 months when Mr. Sharif came from Ivory Coast? He was head of the Transco. There was a regional electricity company that he ran for 9 years. And we had a stable electricity for complete 9 months. Now, things gone worse. What you got think may have been? I'll just let you flow one at a time. Anybody can take it from here.
Yeah, I will let it come up first. First of all, the 2 countries, don't forget about Guinea. Guinea is dependent on Ivory Coast because the forestry regions of Guinea, they're getting their electricity from Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast is the only stable country in terms of electricity. But one of the problems we have, from my understanding, is we don't follow up the law that we impose on people. We compromise our own law. That's the reason why we are having this kind of problem. Because if I'm taking electricity from someone, I know I don't have the capacity to provide it. I'm getting it from someone. There's a contract between that person and I, how much I'm supposed to pay them, and there should be an avenue where I'm supposed to get something to also pay my employee, so to make it going current. But if we take that contract, at the end of the day, we don't follow up the rule, because in Ivory Coast that we're talking about, we're getting electricity from right now. If you are caught, any citizen is caught for stealing water or electricity, it's just like someone have been involved in coup d'etat. So no one are there, if the government there anybody to steal the electricity or water. That's the reason why they keep on having their electricity and the water up to present. Those that be in the Ivory Coast, they can attest to it. So why we can exercise that? Being a Lillian, that's the one that causing the problem. Quite recently, they asked Mr. Seri, who is the managing director right now, you give her hope for the electricity. Why is happening that day? He said to them that they didn't promise anybody that electricity is going to be continuously current. So that answer was now a correct answer for the Liberian people, because if you are taking responsibility of entity, you're supposed to have a strategy that will make sure that your operations should go continuously to serve the people. So basically, so long we are living on our own law, we'll always have problem with this kind of minor issue, because it's just a minor issue, to be honest.
Okay. Right. Okay. I'll go to Paul. Paul is an expert in area of electricity. He's been providing some solar power energy to Liberia on a commercial level. Paul, tell us what is the problem right now and how can we solve it?
That is a big one. I think it's all have to do with investment, to be honest. And also, the problem we're having could be that power theft also would be a major factor in this. And most of the government ministry in Liberia, they do not pay electricity bill for some reason. So that could be another factor involved. But now the grid that was built, that grid is too, because original grid that they had, it was 64 megawatts. And when Ellen took over, she extended it to 88. So you found out that during the rainy season, people will get stable current, but then when it comes to the dry season, they will tend to what? How they call it, diesel. This is the reason why. So what they needed to do, or what LDC need to do, LDC need to expand by looking at other means of energy sources. The solar, for example, we have the Atlantic Ocean. We can be looking at the wind turbine. All of these things, we can utilize a solar farm. So depending on Ivory Coast, and I remember it was during the George Weah regime that I think the Liberian government will own Ivory Coast huge amount of money.
Yeah.
So all of those factors involved. Maybe this is why LDC is struggling. It could be power theft. The government ministry not paying. That is the fact. Most of them behind. You see, and you found some of these lawmakers too, or if in other countries, everybody pay the bills. But in Liberia, it's not the case. So I think what happened here, Jamal, we need to open a line at some point because I just been tipped off. People want to call in and chime in too.
Okay. Then let's know if you got a call in. Let me give my colleague on the platform a chance to speak. Then we'll open the line for them. So I'll go to Francis quick, then Linford, then we can we'll open the line for anybody who want to make comment on these topics. Francis?
Yeah, quickly, I mean, look, the problem with LEC is an old problem. The fact the fix was superficial, just for a few months in the rain season. You cannot solve what you cannot fix. You know what I mean? We do not have the capacity to do it. We do not have the money. We do not have the infrastructure. We had the opportunity to build a new dam or probably a new power plant. We got Eddie Johnson Salif administration up there to add that small, megawatts. It's not. We don't see the power with Liberia. We are very short-sighted. We don't see a long-term effect. I mean, the population is going to grow. The demand for goods and services will increase. We just don't do it. We are now people. So the whole LEC thing, we have to wait for the rain season. For the government owe the people. The government owe the got a lot of money. Even they themselves need electricity, because the population is increasing, and that's the reason why it's so expensive. And with Guinea as well, So unfortunately, it is what it is. When I was there, we had a good, good time around January. It was very good, December, January. So I'll tell you what lean for. So
Yeah, that's good. Linford, just quick, no background, so you can take it from there. Linford, after Linford, we'll open the line. So anybody want to call in, we'll open the line. You can see our number. That's a WhatsApp call. It's 231-7753-87547. Another number is 4799-450-882. After the Linford will open the line, you can ask your questions, you can speak or make a comment. Linford, quick 2-3 things I want to let you know, Linford. Heavy dependence on imported electricity. That means we import from Guinea and Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast is a major one. 50 megawatt is being imported from Ivory Coast for Liberia. So we also have issue of unpaid debt to neighboring countries. We don't pay our money, Mr. Dollar said, and also we don't pay that. So they withdraw it. What's happening now with Guinea and Liberia? If you're getting money, you get it depending on electricity. There's an issue between you. They disrupt your electricity. So looking at those factors or online factors, we think, what can we do to bring back electricity? Like if you see Ghana and Benin, constant electricity. Liberia, 170 plus years old. You don't have electricity.
Because we behave very irresponsibly. That's why.
Yeah, leave for going, please.
Okay. I think you see the whole thing. Sometimes I get tired of talking these things because the first thing is we do our government, our country as a country, and the leadership. We do not have priority. As we speak, they went somewhere and got some yellow machine that they brought that citizens will not directly benefit from. They say somebody will be driving it, one man driving one caterpillar. How does it support his 5 children who graduated from, or how does it provide job for his 5 children that graduated from college? You see, so we don't prioritize. And from the time I was small boy, we started growing up in Memorial, knowing about electricity. We used to wait when let go. Then everybody say, oh, then we come back, hey, so we're used to that. I mean, our country 175, 76, 77, 78 years, almost going to 200 years. 200. No, I was looking at some picture from America just in the 60s. Just Atlanta was looking at Tampa. Now, when you go to some of those cities, I mean, some of those cities, those states, they have come out in just 40 years time. But what 200 years, almost 200 years, we can come out. The America we present today, it took them less than 150 years to be where they are today. Then our people, they can still, as we speak, the president not paying levy, our president not paying levy. Okay, when the current, when they rationing the current inside their houses, we have current all throughout. Representatives, 103 people, lawmakers, they're not paying. Okay, so we got big problem, and we get water power, we get the coffee. They should have extended that thing to make it bigger, but the first said mediocrity, you know, the 19 who mentality stay there. So you got a population from Liberia. I mean, long time ago in the 70s, we were around 1 point something million. Today we are almost 6 million people. So why you can't think and plan for the future? But we are so happy with what we get, the small thing that we've been using ever since. That's more we stay even living in our parents' house. So we get a mentality. And then coupled with that, government property, government will not do well in Liberia. All government will not do well. So privatize it. In Norway, where my small town here will get water. I think they get about 6 different electricity companies here. 6 different, and all from the water power. The small river that run here. The people that build dam all over the place. We get water power everywhere in my town. In my town, the St. John River, we got a waterfall there that can supply even up to Banga if you install and something there. But nobody thinking about those things. All the lawmakers, all the presidents that can, they all sitting now, waiting to go back. When they get the money, they can't divide it before they even reach home. So no priority. That's the problem we get. Not that we shut out this, but we water provide current for Banga. And the waterfall I'm talking about my home is just 1 hour and 30 minutes from Banga. If you get that, you can provide.
So leave for quickly. Mm-hmm. Let me just point just what you just said. Look, the problem is like what Paul just said. It's a lack of innovation. Look, yes. Our people just won't keep back for themselves, and these things are practical all around. Right in my neighbor backyard, we got a small creek, where I live. Now river it supplements. Now the creek supplement the rail, the power grid. So they got the things all around, but they go to these countries, they go to do the negotiation, but they won't kick back. Companies, people have
how do you look at such a behavior?
Man, not more government, man. That move on.
Listen, thank you very much. The line is open. If you want to make comment on the topic we are discussing.
It's not about the Unity Party. That's a constant habit behavior of the Liberian people.
We're not allocating this into any party. That's what I said. Yeah. So okay. From time of small Unity Party, we're not in power.
That's the behavior of the Liberian people. From time to time.
The thing is, if you just join you up, we are coming to you live from Europe. This is the Bottomline Liberia. We got our numbers on the line. You can call us on the WhatsApp, wherever you're getting us. We're discussing the issue. We got 3 topics tonight to discuss. We discussed the filthiness of Monrovia as well as the Liberian power energy crisis, and we'll be looking at the Liberian-Guinea border crisis as well. So we discussed the filthiness of Monrovia. Why Monrovia is so dirty? How can we do? What can we do? There were companies looking for the contract to face the filthiness, to bring some sanitation to our country, some kind of cleanliness of the city, but then up to present, nothing has happened. So if you know you want to say something about this, we'll open the line. You can call us on the WhatsApp line +2317753875774, and also you can call us on +74799450882. Line is open. You can call it. But gentlemen, let me say something quickly here. While we're waiting for any caller to put through, I just want to put it in this under the leadership of the recent lead manager, the LEC managing director, Mr. Mohammed Shui, who was Transcool director for 9 years. He came out. This is what happened. For the first time in many years, electricity supply across Monrovia and other areas was stable from June through December, and early January, with the load shedding reduced from 8 to 12 hours daily to nearly zero. So now we don't have any electricity. And this is largely due to consistent input from Ivory Coast. Under this leadership, national security electricity assets rose from about 32% to the start of the current administration to approximately 38%. LEC connected more than 63,000 households. Yeah, it reduced over 400 replaced over 400 transmitters and extended power previously honor-served gap community. People that was not having electricity. He went at some point. I think the legislature called Mr. Sherry, said, "Why are you going so fast with these things? And you're going everywhere, and we have issue of infrastructure problem." He said, "My dream is to make sure every Liberian household is connected." And now, under leadership, he got 63,000 households was connected, and he provided electricity to all. But now we have no electricity, and now he's complaining about power theft, unpaid. We don't pay our neighbors.
Sorry to cut you off. We have a call on the line.
Okay, go on. Caller, go on.
Caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good evening. How you people doing? This is Tori Nelson. I'm calling from Norway. How you guys doing? I don't know. I hope. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, yeah, go on. Can hear you. It's cracking there, but can hear you. Go on.
I need at least 3 to 4 minutes.
I think Lincoln, we need to call back here. Limbo, we're not hearing it. We're not hearing it well.
Limbo, can you inform the
government does not have money. The government does not have money. But the question I want to ask all of those who think this is 99% Liberians, the older, the younger, the ones who live in, regardless of geographical location, we all sing the same song. What does the government have money for? If you cannot invest in yourself and always want other people money, and even when they give it to you, you cannot even use it for the purpose. The government does not have money yet in the convoy of our president, because if you amount the money up, you're going to almost $2 million. Let's go to our House of Representatives. Let's go to our House of Senate. It's the same thing. Our president, when he came to power, in less than 6 months, he rebuilt his house. In less than a year, there's a mansion that is being built in Lofa County. What happened to all the concession they've been signing? But what some of us have gathered, and this is a fact, with all those countries, the Asada Metal, the B Mountain, at the end of the year, the government gets between $144 to $200 million a year. Yet those money are not into our budget. Where's the money going to? And for people to say, as well, you, Jamal, to keep us singing the song, the government does not want to keep the city clean. That's sanitation. There's nothing about Liberia that we invest in ourselves. Every country invests in themselves before investors come in. Even the thing is simple. We who labor will go to the bank for loan, for house or car, whatever you want to buy. They ask you, what are you drinking? What's the percentage you have? So if we expect people to come and clean our home for us, it will never get clean. So we should stop this thing that the government does not have. Yes, the government have money, and I want each Liberian to ask themselves, what are we as a country have invested in ourselves? Every project in Liberia is somebody else's money. Now it's Japan money. It's the EU money. It's the Chinese people money. What will we do? Even if actually, there are 3 things that the government needs to invest in herself. education, healthcare, sanitation. Then yes, when you have invested in that, then you can sublease the contracts to other renowned serious companies that will come and collect the garbage for you. Well, I don't know. I'll say in correction here. I don't think any country on the continent has a recycling plant. In this ancient time, who has land fee? I don't know. Because the country I live in will have no more land fee. We recycle everything. Everything is being recycled in this country. We have milestone, yet we can't produce garbage container.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thanks to the caller. Thank you for calling. She raised the issue there. We need to invest in ourselves. Why are we waiting for other people to bring in money before we do ourselves? The question was, when the government came to power. Yeah, okay. But we got you. Gentlemen, that's the question on the floor. Our caller is saying that why are we waiting for outsider monies before we start working for ourselves when we can raise our own money? Now, let's take 2 minutes on each. What do you think of what she's saying? What our caller is saying? Thank you very much for calling, Dr. Nelson. Thank you. Guys, question around. I'll go around. What do you think? She's saying that why are we waiting for outsider money? We can't.
Okay, let me follow Dolly saying we come from the same country. And she made a point. You know, there is something in this country they call, the word for it is called egg and there. It's like your own contribution towards what you want. Even when we go to the hospital, healthcare is free here. But when you go to the hospital, just to show that appreciation that you went to the hospital. And so if I'm supposed to pay $200 per se, just example, right? So my own contribution would be like maybe $3, $4. Just to show that I'm contributing to the society. Is free, but so when you go to anything you want to do, and we get a parable in Africa, when you're washing the old lady bike, send her hand can reach her back, you're washing her back, I leave her hand can reach her stomach, she might be washing her own stomach. You see it?
Okay.
So that's what she was trying to say in Russia. But in Liberia, we don't do that. We live on begging. By the time our governments come to power, the first thing, all their plan they're making, when the government is in waiting, when they are in opposition, for example, when Unity Party were in opposition for 6 years, they were making all their plan, how to come back to power. And their plan that they're making, they didn't get money for it. By the time they came to power, they started making trips, going to beg. But before that money can reach in the country, all gone. They not divide everything. Because that's what people go to government for in Liberia, to get rich. So they don't.
So what are you saying, Linfo?
Yeah, what I'm saying is that we need to set priority for ourselves so that whenever we get money, we can pump it into the priority areas. You see, we shouldn't be talking about electricity when we have water power. Somebody was talking about, Pataki was talking about solar power, which is the cheapest now all the whole world. At my workplace, they put plaster the whole wall with solar power. So whether current go, nobody cares. Okay? So solar power, the money you spend on LEC all the time, paying to Guinea, paying to Araco, you can open, but I understand they just, I think, open one power plant, a solar power field in Liberia, they're working on it, maybe before the year ends, it might be operational, and we hope that will happen. That can also help. And these are the priorities that we're talking about.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. We will take a quick break. We'll come back and we'll give other colleagues the chance to speak on it. Let's see. We have coming up very soon. They call this story. Paul, let's roll what we have. Can you tell us? We'll do the quick break for a quick break. Then we'll come back. Then I'll give my colleagues a chance to speak on our caller comments about we need to help ourselves before somebody else help us. We'll take a quick break.
Welcome to Your Story, hosted by Francis Mano-Mensah. Join us each episode as we dive deep into the lives of inspiring guests, exploring the challenges and successes that have shaped their journeys. Discover their unique experiences, insights, and the powerful stories that define them. Tune in and be inspired. Coming soon on the Bottomline Liberia.
Obi Mwami
why
Yes. Pretty soon you'll be live on this story. Will be coming on this Bottomline. Don't go away, beast. You know why you need to subscribe. We got a lot of stuff coming. We got the audience with the law to the play. He hosted the political leader of ANC last 2 days ago. We're having the story coming up soon. So, like my colleague Linfo said here, we'll be having a couple of things on the show. The whole week will be packed. So the story will be coming up. Don't go away. It will be quite exciting. People will be telling a live story from where it started from and the way it are today. You'll be quite interesting. It's going to be too much of moving, more interest story. So don't go away. We'll be coming out soon with the story with the man himself, Francis Modo Mensa. He will be here to start. We'll let you know when we're going to start, but anyway, always be around. But gentlemen, I go back to the issue of our caller saying that we need to invest ourselves. Take the initiative. We start ourselves before somebody help you. Wash your back before somebody. Wash your front, yeah? Yeah, you should wash your front. Somebody wash your back. That's a common thing, like Mr. Dollar.
Yeah, I 100% agree with the young lady who just said one or two words to all. You see, when you look at the attitudes of our past government and present government, he can get sick. To be realistic, people need to take responsibility. To be very frank. If you don't take responsibility, you will always be a liability to one another. That's what happening to us. As a Liberian, we always liabilities on the foreign countries because we don't take responsibilities. We play too much for our own life. At the end of the day, I can tell anybody, I've been around for a little while in the Burundi government, administration areas and things. We could see our past leaders. They know how proper planning for the country. When they leave the power, we see how many of them ended. They ended in other poverty, so which is very nasty. The government is supposed to have plan for the senior citizen. When tomorrow they are nine, they don't have the strength to work. They will be there to look after them. There will be a substitution for them. We don't prepare for future in our country. That's a problem. We behave very much irresponsible. That's what I can say. All the two entities that we 1 minute, sir. The two entities that we're talking about right now, they can able to function over even asking the central government for a penny.
Okay, then. Thank you very much.
Everybody behave responsibly. The citizen, including the employee.
Okay. Add responsibly. That's the statement. I've been hearing them before I was even born. This is the thing. We don't add responsibly. Mr. Francis, what do you think?
I don't want to dwell on the color comments.
No, it's not a color comment. It's like what the point I'm on the line here is you wash your front while somebody washing your back. That's the point. It's not about the color comments. What do you think? We need to take our initiative.
Liberia has been on that trend since inception. No, we are endowed with abundance of resources, natural resources, and our budget is heavily supported by donors. I can't get it. We all live in countries that do not have resources that we have, and the people live, comfortably. They are striving. They are making, the best of the limited resources that they have, But so we have to take up much of the time. The government, needs to do better. Simple as that. Okay. We need to have new elected, the new leadership that will basically look after his people, our needs, basic needs and services, provide them, and then
Right.
We got resources, put it into the use. The population, the citizen benefit instead of the concessionaires benefiting more than the citizens.
Okay. Yep. Just to let you know, if you just joined this about Liberia, Jamal is my name. My colleagues here from across Europe, from Norway, Sweden, as well as UK, and others are joining from across other continents. We're not going to keep too long because our colleagues here will need to leave because of our. I want is 10 here is almost late hour for them, but we're going to go straight to the point. So we'll be giving each person 5 minutes on each on the topic we'll bring on. We'll let you know. We'll be bringing you another event coming up very soon for the Liberians European celebration of the Independence Day will be in Belgium. We'll be bringing the flyer up very soon, but just don't worry, we'll keep it around. This is it. It's Liberian Independence Day 2026 in Europe, July 2026. Be aware we'll be in Antwerp. That's one of the cities in Belgium. And it will be from 7 to 4 a.m. And we'll have this time we have a costume, a Liberian African attire will be the you got to dress that to come in. The Liberian artist will be performing. Dave GQ88. If you were those days in the 80s in Liberia, the guy they called GQ is still around. You'll be performing live on stage. It will be a nice ball. And then the last one I was saying I was there and it was a good one. So we don't miss this one. It's going to be a massive 2 days event. Yeah, be there on the 25th of July in Antwerp, Belgium. Make sure you book your hotel. You know, this period in Belgium is a very, very busy period. So wherever you are, I know people are coming from the US and the other continents coming to visit. So, the good news is Mr. Francis Mensah, he's the president of the Liberian Association in Europe. I'm the model, the umbrella organization is here. Can you tell just 2 minutes, tell her what we have waiting for us in
Thank you, Jamel. We have an itinerary of elaborate events we have in the AGM, which is the Annual General Assembly, where our member countries will come and discuss the future of EFLA. We anticipate having a soccer game on Sunday, have a barbecue, so it's just an array of insightful, exciting events are going on, and still some seriousness is attached to it, at the General Assembly, and it's an opportunity to meet folks from across Europe. We have not seen over the years, so yeah, and our first brothers from the States will be there. So take advantage.
Right. So, how much will be like entrance for the ball? How much we want to know? That's not mentioned here. How much?
Yes, I mentioned it was an oversight. But I think it's 50 euros. That would be the price of it, 50 euros. So it will be added onto the flyers, and we will see.
We have people coming from Liberia as well to attend this event.
Yeah, we have a host of people who have expressed interest want to come, and some representatives or senators want to be a part of it. Some government officials want to be part of the event, want to grace it. So, as well as private individuals who want to come, come to the grace occasion.
All right, then just to let you know, the is being organized in association for Liberian Association in Belgium, United Liberian Association in Belgium, together with EFLA, organizing this event on the 25th of July 2026. So from 7 to 4 a.m. Don't be told you need to be there. It's going to be massive, it's going to be intensive, it's going to be everything. Don't forget GQ, Dave, Liberia, GQ. If you were there before, if you know him, come and see him. Going to be live on stage. I was there last time. It was quite interesting. Linford was there, but Linford, I don't want to say what Linford was doing. You all on the floor, but I'll see you there. We'll see you there, July 25th. Just a quick question, Francis. Tell us about the hotel issue here. Sometimes this time of the year in Belgium is very busy. What do you think you can advise right now in terms of people booking ahead of time?
Yeah, I mean, interestingly, it took us all back because we checked that we hotels availability and events, and unfortunately, there's a big event. There's a big event going on in I think the 30 miles radius of Antwerp. So the hotels are the prices has escalated, has been hiked. So we intend to have a booking at a hotel, but the problem is that the condition that the hotel gave is that they want to have at least 15 persons or so. So we can do the booking system, for a reservation, matter of fact. But no, typical Liberians, we don't want to do that. I want to wait for last the time. So yeah, if we can gather, we can have 15 persons right now, 15, 20 persons right now who we reserved, and they will make sure that they're coming. Then the hotel will give us some reservation and some discount.
All right, then. There you have it. That's the information. Go on.
But with all these people that are coming in, people like from Liberia and some ministers or representatives that you talk about, in 2018, that number can reach up to 15 plus other Liberians coming from other parts of Europe.
Linford, no, I don't want to disappoint you, but we know our officials, the town council, people do council, they have done it to us on so many occasions, bro. They won't hire Stockholm here on the 24th, they tell the thousand the time the book, we have in hall in the same way, so that's the problem, so
okay.
If you do the booking quickly, Richard, 1 second. If we could do the booking by ourselves, but we need to put down a collateral guarantee, so if people don't come, your money go in vain. So we can, so yeah.
Right. Okay. Quickly, so just on that Independence celebration, July is not far again. July 25th will be in Antwerp, Belgium. So if you want to be there, you're in Europe, and you have issue of a booking, please contact Mr. Francis Mensah, and he's here. We can always contact Bottomline. We'll tell you how you can get a booking. It's going to be quite exciting. Always excited to see Liberian together. We did it last year. It was really, really good. Liberian from across Europe and America, Asia, and also part of Africa and Liberia as well. They were there. We had the guest speaker. He was he's the head of the Liberian Maritime.
Yeah,
he was the guest speaker, and other Liberians were there. Artists were there. So this time, Liberian Dave GQA will be live on stage. So be there, and also we have a soccer tournament. Other things will be coming up.
And we'll have a surprise guest too from the old school too. If it goes well from Belgium, there it's a hustle name.
Yeah, that's it.
We might have him.
Okay, thank you. Don't forget, we'll be featuring this every time we come here on the show. We're talking about it. If you have any question, please don't forget ask us. Next time on the show on the Friday, we'll be talking about the event in Belgium, July this year, 2020, Liberian Independence Day celebration. So don't go away. Quick break. We'll go back for the last topic, the Liberian Guinean border crisis. I know it's too much to hear of, but we want to talk to you about it. What's happening? What is the colonial borderline? We'll talk about it. We've got a few minutes to be with you. Take a quick break. We'll be with you in the split second.
In a world drowning in noise, where sound bites replace substance, there's a voice cutting through the chaos. Audience with the Lord Chola Play conversation, where Liberians and global citizens tackle the questions we're afraid to ask. Every Sunday at 8 p.m. UK and Liberian time, and 9 p.m. Central European time, Audience with Lord Chola Play. On the Bottomline, Liberia explores the issues that keep you up at night. Democracy's future in the age of misinformation. Economic systems that serve people, not just profits. Technology reshaping our lives. Reconciliation, development, and the crisis of meaning in modern Liberia. No easy answers, no tribalism, just intellectual courage, genuine curiosity, and the willingness to wrestle with complexity together. This is for Liberians who refuse to shrink their thinking, who believe nuance is wisdom, who are ready to remember how to think, not just what to think. Audience with the Lord Cholo Play Show. Sunday, 8 p.m. Liberian time. Subscribe now. Join the conversation on the Bottomline Liberia, because the questions that matter most are the ones we're brave enough to ask.
Once again, thank you very much. Our last topic tonight, Paul, what do we got? Now, Liberia, Guinea border dispute, historical injustice or leadership failure. Paul, just take us through quickly, and we'll go around and see while we put it back for just 2 seconds, Paul. We, if you just join about Liberia, I know we raised one of the most discussed topics in Liberia. If you also join, or we want a quick comment on this, and we don't have much time on the show. We gotta be, I mean, we want to be fair to our colleagues living in other part of Europe that are living. I mean, going to go late for them. But anyway, we want to go quickly on this topic, and we want to go around. If you also have something to share on the topic, please, we want to hear from you. So, guys, that's the topic tonight: Liberian Guinea border dispute, historical injustice, or leadership. Paul, take us through. What do you got?
Well, this is quite interesting. Jim, let me put the flyers down. And this border issue, it has been going for the past 3 months in Liberia. And when we're trying to go back to the historical content of this border issue, because it was something that happened back then. We're talking about the 1900s, when the French colonial Guinea at the time and Liberia just became an independent country. Became an independent country in 1847. But before Liberia came, it was before the independence was 1822. So there was agreement between the French Guinea at the time and Liberia. But what happened in 1911? There was a contract signed between the two countries regarding the border land, but that contract that was signed, it didn't actually give a landmark where the border, so they used the river as the landmark. So since then, there have always been a dispute that the river whose country is that belongs that have this river. So this is the situation that been ongoing situation. So I just want to post something up here, Jamal. I don't know if you can see it if you guys can see this. That was a treaty signed. It was 18. It was the first treaty. 18. Hold on, let me enlarge my screen so I can see this.
Yeah, we got it. 1882.
Yeah.
1892. Yeah,
1892. That was the first treaty signed. But that treaty, when it was signed, there was no marking of the ground. It was just basically a definition of that area. So fast forward, my computer. Fast forward. There was another treaty. I think this was the one in 1907 to 1911. That was the reverse version of this treaty. Now, when this was signed, it was between Liberia and the French colonial group when they were that led Guinea to say Guinea were under colonization at this time by the French. So this is the one they use, and that's since then, it's that river that have been the landmark. So the ongoing issue with, I'm put it back.
It's okay. Go on.
The ongoing issue. So we just want to know what are the ongoing issue is led to the historical problem or leadership problem. Because this going back and forth with the land issue, should we take it as a historical content or leadership content? That's what we just asking, because why it is that for the past 3 months, Guinea have encroached into our land and they refuse to leave. And we don't know what is happening. And our leaders are not talking to us. So nobody know what is going on. So the question here is a historical injustice of this land or leadership failure. So that's the situation we face with. I don't know where you guys think we got better 5 minutes.
Yeah, let me just take a quick, since I will have to leave, in the next 10, 15 minutes. Look, I think it's both historical, what do you call it, injustice and leadership failure. I'll put it into context quickly. Historical injustice is in the sense that our so-called colonizer, or people who created the land, who funded the land, whoever they call themselves, they didn't really care about they created a good of the in terms of sovereignty. So they just left it like that, and it was just more base. So so that's a neglect. And I see that at a point in time there was a redrawing, a redemarcation of the border line, and every time they did it, Guinea took a greater portion of our land, and leadership failure. Obviously, is clear. Excuse me, it's not on this president. I mean, Tokmo and the rest of the people back it was sitting in Monrovia, smoking a cigar, and and living large, and didn't really care about the people in the hinterland. At the days in our time, is called the hinterland. So they were considered heathen. So I mean, so they didn't really care. So it's both. Fast forward to this administration, I don't know what they're thinking about. I don't know, what the strategy it is or whatever they have, but the vice president said they will beat their city until they get tired. We see what happened.
Okay, let me just take it quickly after.
One of the critical points he has ever made against the Unity Party government, you got to give in the hat. Thank you. For a long time, I didn't hear you for go on there, Linfo.
Yeah, I don't want to forget. And like in 1882, when they drew that line, it was just a straight line according to that document that Paul pulled up.
Yeah.
But in 1911 or 1907,
1911.
Yeah, the second demarcation. The second demarcation, the document says that the King South.
Put it back, Paul.
Okay,
go on.
So they are saying that, they say they adjusted the section along the rivers, including Makuna River and Mani River and the Neander River. So there are 3 rivers right there, and the adjusted is south. Okay, from the original 1882 border. So Paul, you can take it now. So you see, like Francis said, Thomas did not care, and the French at the time were controlling Guinea. So whatever the Guineans told them as their colony, they said, "Oh, listen, we need to look at the map of Guinea or look at the map of Africa. Guinea is north. It's north of Liberia, right? So if the new demarcation came south, so it means they took more land from Liberia and came further down. So you see, and our leaders have always been this lackadaisical behavior. They are relaxed. Monrovia is the whole Liberia. Once the guys are in Monrovia, oh man, what goes on in Butuo, in Bokonjire, another business. No people forget about that, especially those days. There were no road network. So they didn't have time. Or in fact, not even around Tome time. We got Tome at 1927. We get everything we let to Tome on Tome here because you were the most recent. But people we talk about maybe 1911, we're talking about people like maybe Joseph Cheeseman that time, all the guys. They didn't have time. They couldn't travel. So, we lost a lot of territory to Guinea, and I think also to Sierra Leone as a result of our leaders not being active. And those countries, like the Sierra Leonean, they were under the British. So the British could encroach on our land and take it. And so,
when people were Liberians, a matter of fact, so they didn't really care. When the Liberians took over too late.
So you see, the problem we're having right now, I think again needs negotiation with the Guineans because we lost those territory a long time ago. And at that time, they said they were drawing straight line. There were no cornerstone, nothing. So who can remember that land? All of God signed that in the day a long time ago. So at least the Makuna River, saying that river can get dry, and that river we can see it. Just has St. John River forming the boundary between Nima County and Pong County. At least we know it. So even if the river dry, the mile will be there. We still see it. So, I think what the government needs to do is to negotiate, which they say they are doing. And then, we hope the Guineans too will reason that we are all neighbors. Because why all affects Liberia, it will affect Guinea some kind of way. All that thing they're doing, even though they get strong military, but when real Glangana open, somebody on their side too will be affected some kind of way. So I think they just need to we just need to solve the problem amicably. And that's why on the last edition of the program, the last time we were talking and we said that there should be no confusion, because you might think that you are militarily strong, but even if you are the man fighting, you throw the man down, you say not war him, you're knocking the man will also knock you some kind of way. Some kind of way, you will touch you.
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Dollar?
I think you are muted.
Sorry, guys. All right, you guys didn't hear me now, isn't it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, to be honest, I have been saying this from time to time that the commotion between Liberia and Guinea is not necessary. I don't believe that we should come up with statement at time that was inflame the tension, because he's not in the best interest of any of us, whether Guinea or Liberia. So, in this case, my only concern about this thing is the government need to sometimes unveil certain information to our citizens, because people are in doubt what actually is happening, what prompted the Guinean, because from length of time, look at the time that they made that document, and here and there and rest of it. Over 70 years, over 80 years. Today, the Guinean, what was prompted the Guineans to jump on a canoe, cross the river, and come to our place and host a flare. All these things is very, very concerning. So the government need to sometimes give out reason why the thing happened and tell all the actual story and do everything possible, involve the international communities to find an amicable solution to this thing here. So that's what I can say, because it will not be good for us for any further confusion in this matter. Right now, those that were living in those areas have been displaced. Even our representative that went there, instead of finding some suitable solution for those that displaced, they just make a loose statement and just left. Because if you tell the people, you say, "Oh, I'm going to bring classic, the classic management team to look after you people," and when you are not the president to do that, those classic management people are not for honor you as a speaker. I don't know why he made such a statement. So since he came to Monrovia, nothing happened. So all this thing there is not correct at all. So, however, let the presidents, the executives do everything possible to, while they are negotiating with the Guinean authorities involving the international community, the citizens that displaced in that area, how they can look after them for time being, because they are displaced. You don't know what to do. Some of them have farm in the area. They have abandoned this farm. All this kind of thing there. Source of income, it has gone. All this thing there, the government need to look into it. That's what I can say in this matter.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We want to say thank you for those who are talking about the Guinea. People wonder why you guys are discussing the topic. It's been going on. It's our major concern. It is concern here that we need to speak on this issue. And we on this platform as Liberia in the diaspora, it's necessary we talk to on these issues. Very important. It's sensitive, but people think that it's sensitive, but it's our concern as well. So we have to give our own perspective. As long as the government is not making an effort to publicly let us know what's going on, we will speak on the issue as well. So on that note, we want to go to, we have the quick into something. Linfo got something for us. Linfo, before we try to wrap this show, Linfo want to bring something to our attention. Linfo, what do you got?
No, it actually has to do with the ability of the leadership to negotiate and to provide that peace and to what I would say, to reconcile, because I don't know, we live in a country where politically we are divided, which is normal, because the entire country cannot be politically in one line, okay? But after we have won, we'll go through, and that's why I admire about the American democracy, where during election they go at each other. At the end of the day, when one president wins, from which party, whatever, they all fall behind that one president and they support them. But in Liberia, when your party does not win, from day one, you'll be behind the winning party until they move. And when you get there, the same party that you have removed, some will have almost like two-party system, they will also get behind you. But we are not, our president has not made any, and not made this president. But I think starting from Ellen Johnson's leave after the war, and then coming to Mr. Weir and coming to Mr. Boakai, I don't see that much effort. Maybe I stand to be corrected, but I don't see that much effort made in the direction of reconciliation, that the whole country can be reconciled. That when you are in power, you feel that the opposition, key people in the opposition are your enemies. In fact, the entire opposition are your enemies. And then you recruit this group of people that will be fighting opposition, So there's a video that one television station was in the street and making random interview, and they talked to this gentleman, and the gentleman expressed his disappointment in the Boakai administration, that President Boakai have failed to reconcile the country. And it also has to do with this same negotiating process going on in Guinea, or at the Guinea border. So we don't know how far our president has gone with this thing. Nobody's telling us anything. So people just going about, we are going about thinking our own way, saying our own thing, how we feel, what we think, So let's just play this video and hear what this gentleman had to say, and probably Chima can lead us through to make our comments.
Nothing. Yeah. Let me tell you something. One of the wrong things that this government have carried on, the wrong thing that Papa ever done to this country, to reconcile this country, that was suffering his government. Because the reason is, if you're living for in power, if someone give me a stool, if I'm living from the stool, the next thing is to get in contact with the man that live in that store, to get in line with him and to get his customer. He will show me to his customer. He will tell me, say, my man, like this investor, they got a good guy, work with the guy. Like what Joshua did, he worked with Ellen with all the bitter pain, but Joshua bear with Ellen until he made sure that he gave a goodwill to Ellen. At the end of the day, also world decided to look at Ellen, to look at Joshua as a good leader of this country.
So you mean President Boakai have refused to reconcile the country?
He refused.
Is that your claim against the president?
Now what's suffering this country, my brother? Look at this guy that raped him, or I call it that raped the 14 years old girl. That's up to now, which is my gay for youth and sport. That today he has raped that girl. Today the case is that now. But today go at the prison compound. You will see common people, children. Someone just look at you and lie on your name, my brother, for God's sake. They are in prison today for more than 7 years. They cannot be free. And for the day President Boakai took power, he refused to go to the prison compound to go and ask the people that white president were there in the past. As soon as Joshua won the election, he went to the prison compound to ask the people, my people, what brought you here? The person will explain the problem. Some people in jail because of costume. They spending more than 10 years in prison. Some people lie on people what they are not done.
Are you sure that the president have not visited?
He have never visited the prison compound for the day, the power. He have never visited the prison compound. Up to now, ask anybody, where is my gay? It's so disgraceful.
Okay, just as a disclaimer, this is in no way intended to promote George Weah over President Boakai, because this guy, he seems to be a supporter of George Weah, but there is using the journalistic term, there's a myth in that story, or there's a myth in what he said that we would like to pick on, that is reconciliation, which is very important for the country. So I don't know how you guys look at it, but I was thinking
Okay.
for the duration that just regarding the George Weah fight or whether George Weah wanted the prison company, why nothing changed. It still remains the same system. But my point is, as a leader, you should be able to reconcile the country. Where we see now what's happening with the Yeke Colverting and all of people, So we just hope that the country will come back to its normal self, and that the leaders will take responsibility, because these are the things that we elect the leaders for.
All right. Okay. Quick point, guys. Quick question. We don't going to go too long again. Or we don't have much of the time. We got to leave you very soon. Just a video was there. You've seen it, guys. Go quick, Mr. Dollar. I'll give you a first chance to go on. What do you think about that video?
That young man, the brother who put that video out, he is making clear that is a promoter for Joe Weah, because every statement he gave concerned about reconciliation, we do agree that the old man have not opened the gap for reconciliation. But the scenario that the gentleman is talking about is completely wrong. Joe Weah is one of these nastiest leaders that we ever have, who keep gross malice against people for no reason. So that's he should not use.
The question is about visiting the prison, and those are thick.
You never do it, Joe. We are never go to no damn prison to ask anybody what you there for, what you not there for. That is not true. It's like
okay, but Papa Dolly, the point the guy is making is that the president should, or all president, not only backup, or any other president should do effort to reconcile the country, because the country is divided.
That's true. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
That's the point. That's the main point.
It's true. But the people that he's trying to talk about, to show as a references, that's wrong. That is completely wrong.
We already made a disclaimer. We are not promoting anybody or anybody. What we're talking is whether
Joe
he
Weah,
makes sense.
Joe Weah
We're talking about
even
reconciliation.
the president anymore. Joe Weah,
Mr. Dollar, you got to understand. I know you want to talk about George Weah. The thing is, okay.
People to take over.
Francis, the issue is that we were talking about here on the platform, that we talk about the country does not belong to one person. Whether Ellen, George Weah, Mr. Boakai, issue like what is happening on the Guinean border, we want other people, Unity Party members, to be part of the negotiation if possible, because of international influence. So, and this is a common example we're talking about. How do you talk about national reconciliation and getting everybody on board to make sure we solve the issue? That's the point I want to lay out here. After having said that, what do you think about the statement? Don't forget about George. We are talking about national reconciliation, reconciling, bringing people together. What's your point on this?
No, first, I would say I will speak in two phases shortly, 2 minutes on each.
Mm-hmm.
First, that first video, I want to give any credence. No, I won't talk about. I won't give. No, I won't, because it's complete. Out of reality. So that call is shut. Boom. I mean, in terms of unifying the country, I think it's a key component in the governance structure of the country. If the president and his clique intend to move the country forward, they will definitely strive to unify the country. But I think some attempts are being made, but the people who were around the president and probably the president himself, they feel that the time has arrived and the time will continue.
And so why are you dismissing the video?
No, I mean, there's a lot of things in that video I can't give credence to say that. I told you that. I told you I'm going to speak it in two phases. So the president and his team of people, I don't know, but I don't think they have done a lot to to bring other people on board. I mean, they're going about less firing people who are Liberians, who have nothing to do with politics, just accommodated people and at the Ministry of State all across the country. So the government is not doing anything to unify the people. They have failed on that point.
All right, then. Thank you very much, guys. I want to say a big thank you to you. We want to go around again, I want to get a takeaway from here. And I want to say a big thank you for all my colleagues from across Europe and those who've been following us from Liberia, other continents. This has been the Bottom Liberia. My name is Jamal. Guys, I want to give you 1 minute each on your takeaway. Let's have it.
Yeah,
I'll go to Mr. Dollar first.
Yeah, let me talk quick so I can go home. I'm
Okay,
home
go on.
Go
on. Go on, Mr. Dollar.
My closing statement is this. I'm only appealing to the Liberian people to think wisely, to make a sound decisions in the future when they are electing the presidents of our country. They have tried unity parties and tried CDC, and they see how they go with our country. Let them try the new faces. And one of the best interviews I ever heard in my whole political life, that was this gone Sunday. The brother who came up and analyzed the problem we have. Why the Liberian people can look at that man and take this country and give it to him, at least to get off from this kind of rubbish that we eat. That's all I can say. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Francis.
Good night.
Yeah, quickly. I mean, just to a quick report.
I'll quickly say anything about me here. Just say
I mean, that interview on Sunday was telegraphed. It was short of any critical questions raised posed at the guests. So yeah, we hope to see or redo so when people like us appeared and have to
but why you
the standard bearer.
Guys, we know Mr. Dolly, you already spoken, Mr. Dolly. You're not arguing. We're not creating debate here. Mr. Dolly, I'm sorry. Mr. Dolly?
Why is it come?
Mr. Dolly, when you make a statement, give him a chance to make a point. That's all.
Mr. Dolly, we having elections in Sweden too for leadership, and we have we look forward to having a smooth transition in Sweden. We got one of the best candidates. I will reveal his name soon, who is poised to lead the community in Sweden.
Thank you very much.
So on that note, thank you guys, and
we hope to see the story coming up soon. That's the potential host of the story. So, Mr. Francis Monomensa, thank you. Lenfa, what you got for us for tonight?
Well, quickly, I just want to say that it was a good show, and we did discuss the issues. And as usual, want to say thank you to our viewers. A few of them that we can recognize. Bobby Monwon, Bobby was here with Mr. Coming and he asked his question, and he said he was not satisfied with the answer. But Bobby, when you come to interview and your mind is the question in your head, you ask it already, then you answer it in your head, then you can't ask me. I will give him answer it, but not the answer that you want because you are already answering in your own head. But we hope that you will always be here, Bobby, and then we'll have Reverses Pro and Dolly Nelson, of course, participate on the show as well, and our Manchester Control, he's been away for a while, but we want to encourage all of you to come back. Bataki was here as well, and our sister Chadela Brown Chuluple. Emmanuel Brown was here, so we want to say thank you for joining us, and you can come back here on Friday. We'll be here again for a fresh edition of the program. Toby Wilson, you are also here. It was a good show, Jima, and thanks for conducting very, very ably, and that shows that the bottom line is always prepared in the absence of anybody can take it make it interesting.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I want a big thank you to all. Thank you, my colleagues. Thank you, my guys from across Europe. That was Linfo Egon Guer from the We call it the what's that? The monarchy, the kingdom,
Kingdom
of
of Norway.
Royal Kingdom of Norway, man.
oh, sorry, the Royal Kingdom of Norway, and from our own man, the big man of Europe, Mr. Francis Monomensa, was here, and Mr. Dollar, also Paul, the Lord Children, a good friend of King Charles, was also here. It was a big thank you for all those who joined us. We want to see you again this Friday on this show right here, and please subscribe. We will be here. We discuss library. That's what matters to most of us here. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant week. I want to wish you take care of yourself, and bye bye for now.
Second.